our sensory skills?
Not great.
Not great. They say keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You never know who could blindside you and then destroy a perfectly articulated plan by leaping into battle prematurely. Yes, I am talking about Leroy Jenkins. In playing WoW, we gather information and intel from everywhere. But sometimes you just have to go with your gut. Trust your instincts. Those instincts will be tested today with our new players. This is Stump Sean. Welcome to Stump Sean. I'm Melanie Johnson, longtime player, first-time host. Let's meet our three brave players. First up, we have Kati. Hello, Kati.
Hi.
Hi. It says here that your main is a level 60 undead fire mage and that you like to collect rare mounts. In real life, you like creating and collecting outfits. Wow. Seems like you like to express yourself through style.
Yes, I do. I actually love it. I feel like it helps, especially with the game. We like to create our own characters and the way we dress and the way we just, are different. So I love to do that in real life.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for being here, Kati. Best of luck to you. Next up, we have Joseph. Hello, Joseph.
Hello.
Hello. Joseph, it says here your main is a level 60 undead priest and that you have a lot of pets.
Both in the game and in real life, yeah.
Oh, really? How many do you have?
Well, in game, I have over 1,000 unique mini pets.
Wow.
And in real life, I have a dog, 2 cats, a turtle, a lizard, 2 frogs, a colony of roaches to feed the lizard and frogs, and a pet hissing cockroach.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that sounds
so-
like a crowded home.
Just a little bit.
But
Keeps
a
me busy.
loving home, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Well, Joseph, thank you so much for being here. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, thanks for having us.
And last but not least, we have Tyler. Hello, Tyler.
Hi.
Hi. Tyler, it says here your main is a level 60 Dark Iron Dwarf Ret Pally, and that you study and fly World War II planes.
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was 17.
What an interesting hobby. Tell me more about it.
So I've flown in a P-51 Mustang, a P-40 Kitty Hawk, and a B-17 Flying Fortress.
That's incredible. Well, best of luck to you, Tyler. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Sean, what do we think of these 3 dashing players?
I think I am in for some serious trouble.
How do you guys feel? Do you think you could take on the Loremaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Katya, you're saying yes, but you're shaking your head no.
No, I'm saying yes. I'm doing it both ways.
Absolutely. Okay, well, without further ado, let's jump into the first round, which is Death by Trivia. A question will appear on the screen behind me. Every correct answer is worth 1 point. The first player who buzzes in will have the opportunity to answer from 4 multiple choice answers that will appear on the screen. If the answer is incorrect, then the remaining 2 players can buzz in to answer the question. Now, there is only 10 questions this round, so if you think you know the answer, buzz in. Round 1 begins now. Question 1, which was not an arena team configuration? Tyler, is it A, 2v2, B, 3v3, C, 4v4, or D, 5v5?
C.
That is correct. Question 2, what is the name of the Naru faction that worked to defeat the Burning Legion in Outland? Kati, A, the Shatar, B, Cenarian Expedition, C, Light's Heart, or D, Tranquillian?
A.
That is correct. Question 3, which of the following is not a possible result from drinking a Noggenfogger elixir? Tyler, A, you shrink, B, invisibility, C, you become skeletal, or D, you gain slow fall?
B.
That is correct. Question 4, the zones of Blasted Lands, Swamp of Sorrows, and the Hinterlands are located on which continent? Joe, A, Eastern Kingdoms, B, Kalimdor, C, Northrend, or D, Pandaria?
A, Eastern Kingdoms.
That is correct. Question 5, who is the High Priestess of Elune and a racial leader of the Night Elves? Joe, was it A, Fandrel Staghelm, B, Illidan Stormrage, C, Brol Beermantle, or D, Tyrande Whisperwind?
D, Tyrande Whisperwind.
That is correct. Question 6, who is the Black Prince, the dragon that claims to be a descendant of Deathwind? Joe, was it A, Farad, B, Rathian, C, Cyntharia, or D, Chromie?
B, Rathian.
That is correct. Question 7, which race is not featured in the archaeology profession? Tyler, A, Mogu, B, Troll, C, Draenei, or D, Human?
D.
That is correct. Question 8, which is not a World of Warcraft fish? Tyler, is it A, Black Belly Mudfish, B, Red Belly Mandarin, C, Yellow Speck Trout, or D, Icefin Bluefish?
A.
That is incorrect. Joe?
C, the yellow speck trout.
That is correct. Question 9. What goblin trading company is known for plundering the natural resources of Azeroth? Tyler, A, the Venture Company, B, the Bilgewater Buccaneers, C, the Copper Street Conglomerate, or D, the Plunder Squad Initiative?
A.
That is correct. Question 10. At the time of Mists of Pandaria, how many races are available as player characters? Joe, is it A, 10, B, 13, C, 15, or D, 12?
B, 13.
That is correct. Let's tally the scores. Kati, you received 1 point. Joe, you received 5 points. And Tyler, you received 4 points. Fortunately, Kati, you are cut from today's competition. Anything you'd like to say to Sean before you leave?
Thank you so much, Sean. I'm so glad to be in your presence and just to be here playing this game. It's just everything, and I thank you for
It takes a lot of guts to be up there, so thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Kati.
You did good.
Hear it for Kati. Thank you. With 2 sensational players left, we refresh the scoreboard back to 0, and let's watch as lead quest designer Maria Hamilton introduces the rules for round 2.
Hi, I'm Maria Hamilton, lead quest designer on World of Warcraft. Today's round 2 game is What's in the Box. In this game, players will have 5 opportunities to guess what's in the box by sticking their hand into the box. The player receives 1 point for each correct answer, and the player with the most points moves on to the final round where they'll battle against Sean. Good luck.
How do we feel, guys?
Unsure.
Unsure. Yeah, how are our sensory skills?
Not great.
Not great. Okay, well, what do you mean? You've got a million pets? I feel like that maybe comes with the territory in
Yeah,
some
but
weird
I
way.
spend most of my time doing this. So if it's not a keyboard or a mouse, it's a little out of my wheelhouse.
Well, we'll put it to the test. Let's set up for round 2. Okay, players, so this is the box. To spice things up, we decided both players will put their hands in the box at the same time. Whoever guesses what the item in the box is first will win the point. Sound good?
Yep.
Sean, would you please remove the lid for me, please?
Will do.
The category for this first item is Raid Boss. Please put your hands in the box.
Ragnaros, the Fire Lord.
That is correct. A point for Joseph.
Thank you.
Okay, the category for the second item is Legendary Character. Players, put your hands in the box.
Illidan Stormrage.
That is incorrect.
Deathwing?
Nope, keep guessing.
Magni Bronzebeard.
That is incorrect.
Thrall.
That is incorrect.
The Lich King?
Incorrect. Sean, would you like to provide a clue to our players?
This is an iconic character of the Horde.
Starfang.
That is correct. Nicely done. That makes 2 points for Joseph. Okay, this next item is another legendary character. There it is.
Okay, I'm moving something.
Feeling around. Oh,
Khadgar.
incorrect.
Medivh.
That is incorrect.
Jaina?
That is correct. That's 1 point for Tyler. The category of this next item is creature. Players, put your hands in the box.
Murloc.
That is correct. It's 2-2. Okay, players, the final item in the box is half of the legendary artifact. Note that it is on a stand and it does have points, so proceed with caution. Players, put your hand in the box.
Warglaze of Azeroth.
That is correct. Yes!
Nice.
A point for Joe!
I missed all the sharp parts and got like a round
I got the
thing.
entire sharp
Joe,
part.
congratulations. You are advancing to the final round to compete with Sean Copeland.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Tyler. Unfortunately, you are eliminated, but great effort.
It was great having you here, sir, and even though you still have your pilot's license, please pop those paladin wings for me.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, let's get set up for the final round. Our final Stump Sean round is a quick-fire battle. I'll read a question, and the first player who buzzes will guess an answer. If it's incorrect, the other player may guess. We have 90 seconds to get through as many questions as possible. If our player, Joseph, outscores the Loremaster, Sean, he will take home the coveted Stump Sean Trophy and have eternal bragging rights that he bested Blizzard's Historian Supervisor. Joseph, how are we feeling?
I've got this. I bragged too much to all my friends that I was gonna win, so I have to.
Come on, bring it home. Sean, how are you feeling?
The pressure is on.
The pressure is certainly on. Well, let's get right to it. Let's put 90 seconds on the clock. Time starts now. What giant construct bridged 2 worlds and allowed the orcs to invade Azeroth? Sean.
The Dark Portal.
That is correct. Blood Mist Isle and Azure Mist Isle are located off the coast of what continent?
Kalimdor.
That is correct. What is the name of Thrall's White Wolf companion and mount? Sean?
Snowsong.
That is correct. Who was the first to leave Pandaria on the back of the sea turtle Shen Zin Su? Joseph.
Xiaohao.
That is incorrect. Sean?
Lulang.
That is correct. At the end of the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, how many bosses were accessible inside the vault of Archivon? Sean?
4.
That is correct. Cenarian Hold is located in which desert zone? Sean?
Silithus.
That is correct. Items with names featuring orange lettering are of what rarity? Joseph?
Legendary.
That is correct. The Gorlok were originally discovered on which continent of Azeroth? Sean?
Northrend.
That is correct. What type of creature is King Bangalash in the quest Big Game Hunter? Sean?
Tiger.
That is correct. After the Cataclysm expansion, Darkspear Troll characters begin their adventures in which location? Joseph?
Sunjid Village.
That is incorrect.
Echo Isles.
That is correct. Pandaren Phoenix mounts are rewards for succeeding in what group activity? Joe?
Challenge modes.
That is correct. What fresh and preserved consumable will temporarily change your mount's appearance to a reindeer? Sean?
Preserved Holly.
That is correct. And time's up. Let's tally the scores. Joseph, you received 3 points. Sean, you received 9 points. So Joseph, unfortunately today you did not stump Sean, but great effort. Anything you'd like to say to Sean?
Thanks for kicking our butts and being here.
The honor is mine, but you kept me on my toes the entire time, sir. Thank you so much.
And here we are. It was another battle for the books. Tune in next time for another episode of Stump Sean. For the Horde.
For the Horde.
Bifactional.
Come over here. Come
to
to
this
our
side.
side.
I know. I was confused.
The pleasure was mine. Seriously, man. You rocked it. I'm just happy you're here. So he kind of threw me a curveball, but I started answering halfway through. So I'm like, I gotta match this guy's pace, man. So I'm like, okay.
Have you jumped into Dragonflight, World of Warcraft's latest expansion? If not, what are you doing?